Hello! This is Sebastian, your food and body coach. Do you have problems resisting your food cravings? Do you think it would help you to lose weight if you could control your appetite? Well, you're in luck, because today I am going to be sharing my 7 top tips to help you fight your cravings and help you to lose that stubborn weight. But first, why do we even get food cravings? So cravings exist for a reason. They're often an indicator that we are lacking in nutrients or energy, and our bodies are so clever that they can dialogue with us by letting us know that we are in need of something to satisfy, and there begins the desire for a certain food. However, our modern day diets are overloaded with cleverly engineered foods that are specifically designed to hyperstimulate our systems and turn cravings into what can feel like an addiction. Now, it doesn't help either that these processed foods are all around us. In fact, food in general is all around us because it's essential to life. There's no escaping it. So how do we stop feeling like helpless victims of sugary, salty, fatty foods and other devious combinations that tantalize our taste buds? Well, here are my 7 ways. 1. Plan your meals. So planning and preparation are great ways to avoid being caught out by cravings. By having food that you know you're going to enjoy, ready and available at any time, you cut the chances of falling for temptation by providing yourself an alternative option. Drink. So all too often our pangs of hunger and certain cravings can be a need for hydration. Even a craving for something as seemingly harmless as fruit might actually be your body calling on you to get water into your body rather than food. Now, that's not to demonize fruit, it's essential nourishment, but it's just an example of how your body makes associations and doesn't always tell you exactly what it wants. In that moment, you might just know that you want something refreshing and reach for anything that looks nice, and it probably won't be an apple in that instance. It's probably going to be something more sweet, delicious, fatty, salty, you know, the drill. So my top tip is carrying a bottle of water with you, or even keeping it next to you at your work desk, for example. This can really help to embed the habit so that you don't trick yourself into eating when you're really just thirsty. Number 3, get enough sleep. So if you don't sleep enough, then you're very likely to overeat. The longer that you're awake, the more energy that your body will demand, and so that's more calories that you're eating in the time when otherwise you would be fast asleep. And sleeping is our body's natural period of fasting and healing. So the more time that you're awake, the less time your body has to actually recover from the day's wear and tear. So that lack of rest can also lead to raised stress levels, which in turn can then cause you to retain weight. And sleep is about as magic a pill as we have access to, along with regular exercise and sound nutrition, all for maintaining a healthy weight. 4. Eat more protein. So protein, it just rocks when it comes to helping you to not feel hungry. Of the 3 macronutrients, including fats and carbohydrates, protein is by far the most effective in helping you to feel fuller for longer. Not to mention, it's very difficult to overeat protein, so it's going to leave you feeling more satisfied and all the wonderful benefits that come with consuming enough protein. Number 5, don't let yourself get too hungry. So it's a rookie mistake, but if you allow yourself to get too hungry, then you're going to leave yourself at the mercy of your most basic animal instincts. You know, those feelings of being easily irritable, frustrated, lightheadedness, fatigue, perhaps a headache, stomachache, are all signs that you probably waited too long to eat. Now, the chances of you then being patient enough to cook or source a healthy meal or snack are significantly reduced as your hunger becomes urgent, and the likelihood of your craving junk, high-calorie food is a lot higher in those times, let's be honest. So scheduling your eating timetable so that you have food perhaps every 2 to 3 hours is a sound way to ensure that your blood sugar levels are not dropping too low and that you'll never get caught off guard. So 6 is move away from food or whatever is tempting you. So out of sight really can be out of mind sometimes. Proximity affects your willpower, and if you can always see something that you'd rather not eat, then it's going to become increasingly harder to resist it. Now, we only have a finite amount of willpower, which means that there's only so long that you can resist something before you give in. Now, the classic dieter example is avoiding something with all your mental strength, like cake at work, which you know happens. But then you lose all your resilience on the way home, you see chocolate in the shops, you spend so much energy denying one thing all day that by the end of the day when you see that chocolate, your energy is spent, and the first delicious looking alternative, you crumble. Have you been there? I've been there. Number 7 is find a more nourishing alternative. So if you can't get a food out of your mind, then try replacing it with a more exciting, nourishing alternative. And the key word there being exciting. I mean, to stick to a new eating pattern, you have to actually enjoy what you eat, or at least enjoy the benefits enough that the process doesn't really bother you. So processed food is fun adverts, fun packaging, fun taste, it's exciting. If you want to convince your body that the junk food craving is worth giving up, I mean, you're gonna have to provide it with something equally as exciting. The flavor, the taste. Otherwise, you'll just eat the healthy alternative, still feel dissatisfied, and then probably eat the thing you craved in the first place afterwards, which means extra calories, which is what we're trying to avoid. Anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this piece, I would love if you would subscribe, like, they're down there somewhere. Goodbye.